Comcast On Demand.
Revenge is the operative word tonight as Decatur looks to pay back Puyallup for an earlier season setback. It's the Gators and the Vikings in a battle for first place atop the SPSL 4A South, and it's coming your way next on Varsity Sports. Hello everybody and welcome tonight to Decatur High School, where we've got a matchup of the Titans here in the SPSL 4A South. I'm Erez and tonight we've got a battle of two teams with a lot of ups and downs. For Puyallup, they come in at 7-1 in the SPSL, but they just come off a big drubbing, 81-59 at the hands of Curtis for their first loss of the year in the SPSL. Decatur, on the other hand, rebounded well from a tough loss at UW on Monday in the Martin Luther King tournament with a big win on Tuesday. However, they're looking to bounce back from a tough loss against Puyallup at their gym on January 10th. So, should be a good one, and let's get to tonight's three keys for the ball game. First of all, for Decatur, they want to establish their big three early on. Marcus Tibbs, Jordan McLeod, and Jerron Smith are the main force. They got to get all three of those guys scoring and playing well to have a shot. For Puyallup, they want to establish their pressure game as well as the big man inside the post game with Killian Larson. When he took over late in the first game, that's when they were able to pull away and win that game in the fourth quarter. And finally, for both teams, guard play will be a huge key. Whichever team shoots well with their guards and does not turn the ball over, that will be a huge key. Decatur really emphasizing not turning the ball over. So there are your three keys to the ball game, and we'll be right back to speak with Scott Campbell, the coach of Puyallup, right after this on Varsity Sports. Okay, welcome back, and we're here with Coach Scott Campbell, the Puyallup Vikings. Scott, big game for first place in the SPSL tonight, 4A South. You guys beat them last time at your gym. You think you can do a lot of the same, or you got to change up a little tonight?
We're going to come after them a pretty similar approach, really try to put pressure on them and get the game going up and down. You know, we were fortunate to win that first one. They're a really experienced team with obviously an old established point guard and some talented kids that have played in the state semifinals last year. And we got a bunch of young guys that are really coming and playing hard. Right. And that's kind of the approach we're taking is we're still trying to prove ourselves. And I think we've done a really good job getting ourselves into this situation where we can play in a game like this. But tonight's a battle. I mean, you're at their place, and it's coming down to crunch time. And so it's going to be a great test for us. And we'll just see how we perform.
Right. Yeah, and as far as stopping their big three, Tibbs, McLeod, and Jerron Smith, they're very dangerous. How do you plan to try to stop them? They're
really dangerous. You know, I mean, that's arguably the best three kids in the state on one team. And so we're just going to attack them. Rather than, you either got to sit back and try to play passive, or you can play aggressive and take the fight to them. And that's what we're going to try and do, and get after them a little bit and just see what happens.
Okay. So, sounds good, Coach, and best of luck, and we'll see what happens.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups and the opening tip right after this on Varsity Sports. Welcome back to Decatur Gymnasium here at Decatur High School, where at the half, the home team, the Gators, leading the Puyallup Vikings 39-32. Let's get you the halftime scoring recap brought to you by Banner Bank. Banner Bank, better ideas, better banking. It was the Puyallup Vikings who raced out to the early lead in the first quarter, a 17-6 advantage keyed by the full court trap. Erez Sager and Alex Ryder with three-pointers, and they led it by 11, but that's when the Gators closed out the quarter on a 13-0 run, exciting the fans, and they had a 19-17 lead after one. They continued that run throughout the second quarter and led by as many as 11 themselves at 32-21 before Puyallup able to stem the tide, come up with some key free throws, and cut it to a 7-point lead. So that's where we're at the half, 39-32. Leading scorers unofficially for Decatur, Jerron Smith had 11, Marcus Tibbs with 10, and Cam Schilling with 6 to lead the Gators. For Puyallup, they were led by number 22, Alex Wrighton with 8, along with Erez Sager with 8, both by a couple three-pointers, and Dom Holub had 6 for Puyallup. So there you have the halftime scoring summary. And now let's go over to visit with the coach of Decatur, Kevin Olson. Okay, welcome back. We're here with Kevin Olson, the coach of Decatur. Kevin, they came out to the big lead early. You guys turned it around. How'd you manage to do that?
Well, I said composure and not panicking was one of the keys, and we didn't do that. And we figured out, got to their shooters, stopped the three-point baskets, and started playing some defense, made a difference.
Absolutely, Coach. So see if you can keep it going in a second. Best of luck to you.
Thanks. Sounds like a plan.
All right. And we'll be right back with the second half opening tip right after this.
Calm.
Okay, welcome back, and we're here with tonight's Comcast Varsity Sports Player of the Game, number 31 on Decatur, Anthony Williams. Anthony, you had a great game tonight. I mean, you came off the bench and just gave your team a lift every time. We know the top scorers on your teams are Tibbs, McLeod, but you really came in and gave them a lift. Every time you came in, they went on a run. How were you able to do that?
Intensity. Coach kept telling me to come in the game, and when he said when I get in, play with intensity, fire. And my teammates are always pumping me up. So they're always, and Marcus just kept finding me over and over and over again. So I got to thank them too. So.
Right, absolutely. But your effort, not only you had 12 points in the game, but you had a double-double, just clobbering the rebounds inside, really showing the muscle. How about that Puyallup team, though, with all the little guys out there? They're tough.
Good. They're real good, especially the Jari Sager. He's real good. He gets to the basket with ease. Like, he really, and he's 5'2". He's real good. He's good.
Yeah, it's very deceptive how they're able to use that. But you guys were awesome tonight. Congratulations. You're the Comcast Player of the Game. And best of luck in the future. You're in first place now in the SPSL. Yes. That's got to feel good, right?
Yes, it does. Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
All right, so best of luck the rest of the year, and we'll see you down the road in the playoffs. All right. All right, so there you have it from Decatur High School tonight, and a very exciting game for first place in the SPSL. It was Decatur getting the win over Puyallup 69-64 on their home court in come-from-behind fashion. I'm Erez Katz for our entire Game Tapes crew. We say thank you very much again for joining us and inviting you to join us for more high school girls and boys basketball on Varsity Sports in the future. Thanks for joining us and have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time.